Shalom, brothers and sisters in Yahweh. Welcome to our last study in Jubilees. Tonight is the Book of Jubilees, chapters 49 and 50. So if you got a Dead Sea Scrolls book, go ahead and grab it, and we'll get started this evening, okay? Hope everybody's having a great week. And, hey, look, Shabbat's right around the corner. I can see it, right over there. Just kidding. Anyway, it's just right coming on, so we're going to have a day of rest coming up. But tonight, we've got our last study in Jubilees. So go ahead and get settled in, and we'll get started this evening. Okay? All right. Okay. Jubilees, the Book of Jubilees. Chapter 49. Remember the commandment which the Elohim commanded you concerning the Passover. You should celebrate it in its season on the 14th day of the first month. You should kill the sacrifice before evening. They should eat it by night on the evening of the 15th from the time of the setting sun. Because on this night, at the beginning of the festival and the beginning of the joy, you were eating the Passover in Egypt, Mitzrayim. When all the powers of Masterma had been let loose to kill all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh to the firstborn of the captive maidservant in the mill, and even the firstborn of the cattle. This is the sign that the Elohim gave them. In every house on the doorpost on which they saw the blood of the lamb of the first year, they should not enter to kill, but should pass it by. That all those should be exempt that were in the house, because the sign of the blood was on its doorposts. And the power of the Elohim did everything as the Elohim commanded them, and they passed by all the children of Israel, and the plague did not come on them to destroy them, cattle, man, or dog. The plague was oppressive in Egypt, and there was no house in Egypt where there was not one dead, and weeping and lamentation. All Israel was eating the flesh of the Paschal lamb, and drinking the wine, and was praising and blessing and giving thanks to Yahweh, the Elohim of their fathers, and they were ready to get out from under the yoke of Egypt and the evil bondage. Remember this day, all the days of your life. Observe it from year to year, all the days of your life, once a year, on its day, according to all the law of it. Do not forsake it from day to day, or from month to month. It is an eternal law, and engraved on the heavenly tablets regarding all the children of Israel, that they should observe it on its day once a year, every year, throughout all their generations. There is no limit of days, for this is a law forever. It's supposed to be celebrating Pesach, the Passover, every year. All of us who are believers in our Elohim and followers of Yehoshua. All of us. Verse 9. The man who is free from uncleanness and does not come to observe Passover on the occasion of its day, and does not bring an acceptable offering before the Elohim to eat and to drink before the Elohim on the day of its festival, will be guilty. If he is clean and close at hand near the temple, and does not come, he shall be cut off, because he did not offer the offering of the Elohim in its appointed season. He shall take the guilt on himself. Let the children of Israel come and observe the Passover on the day of its fixed time, on the 14th day of the first month, between the evenings, from the third part of the day to the third part of the night. For 2 portions of the day are given to the light, and a third part to the evening. The Elohim commanded you to observe it between the evenings. And it is not permissible to kill the sacrifice during any period of light, but only during the period bordering on the evening, and let them eat it at the time of the evening, until the third part of the night. Whatever is left over of all its flesh from the third part of the night and onward is to be burned with fire. They shall not cook it with water, boil, or seethe it, nor shall they eat it raw, but roast it on the fire. They shall eat it with care, making sure its head with the inwards and its feet are roasted with fire, and they shall not break any bone of it, for of the children of Israel no bone shall be crushed. And that is really important, because if you remember, when Yehoshua was hung on the stake, on the staries, at sunset they would go and break the legs of those that were hung on the staries, because the next day was a Sabbath and they had to get him down off of the stake. But they did not break Yehoshua's legs. They stuck a spear in his side, and blood and water came out together. Okay? That's really important right there, because there was not a bone in Yehoshua's body that had been broken. Same thing with the Pesach, with the Passover lamb. Verse 14, for this reason, the Elohim commanded the children of Israel to observe the Passover on the day of its fixed time, and they should not break a bone of it, because it is a festival day. He commanded, there was no passing over from any other day or any other month, but on the exact day let the festival be observed. Command the children of Israel to observe the Passover throughout their days, every year, once a year, on the day of its fixed time, and it shall be a memorial well-pleasing in the presence of the Elohim, and no plague shall come on them to kill or to strike in that year in which they celebrate the Passover in its season, in every respect according to his command. And they shall not eat it outside the sanctuary of the Elohim, but before the sanctuary of the Elohim, and all the people of the congregation of Israel shall celebrate it in its appointed season. Every man 20 years of age and upward, who has come on the day of the Passover, shall eat it in the sanctuary of your Elohim, before Yahweh. This is how it is written and ordained. They shall eat it in the sanctuary of the Elohim. When the children of Israel come into the land of Canaan, that they are to possess, set up the tabernacle of the Elohim within the land occupied by one of their tribes, until the sanctuary of the Elohim has, has been built in the land. Let them come and celebrate the Passover at the tabernacle of the Elohim, and let them kill it before the Elohim from year to year. When the house of the Elohim has been built in the land of their inheritance, they shall go there and kill the Passover in the evening at sunset, at the third part of the day. They shall offer its blood on the threshold of the altar, and shall place its fat on the fire which is on the altar, and they shall eat its flesh roasted with fire in the yard of the house which has been sanctified in the name of the Elohim. They may not celebrate the Passover in their cities, nor in any place except at the tabernacle of the Elohim, or before his house where his name has dwelt. They shall not stray from the Elohim. Moses commanded the children of Israel to observe the ordinances of the Passover, as it was commanded to you. Declare to them every year the purpose and time of the festival of unleavened bread. They should eat unleavened bread 7 days. They should observe its festival and bring an offering every day during those 7 days of joy before the Elohim on the altar of Yahweh. Celebrate this festival with haste, as when you went out from Egypt, and you entered into the wilderness of Shur, because on the shore of the sea you completed it, the Exodus. So, that goes right along with our study in Leviticus on how to observe the set-apart days. Okay, Passover is very important, and we all should be observing it. All right, gang, chapter 50. I made this law known to you the days of the Sabbaths in the desert of Sinai between Elim and Sinai. I told you of the Sabbaths of the land on Mount Sinai, and I told you of the Jubilee years in the Sabbaths of years, but I have not told you the year of it until you enter the land which you are to possess. Keep the Sabbaths of the land while they live on it, and they shall know the Jubilee year. I have ordained for you the year of weeks, and the years and the Jubilees. There are 49 Jubilees from the day of Adam until this day, and 1 week and 2 years. And there are 40 years yet to come for learning the commandments of the Elohim, until they pass over into the land of Canaan, crossing the Jordan to the west. The Jubilees shall pass by until Israel is cleansed from all guilt of fornication and uncleanness and pollution and sin and error, and it dwells with confidence in all the land. There shall be no more Satan or any evil one, and the land shall be clean from that time forever. I have written down the commandment for them regarding the Sabbaths, and all the judgments of its laws for you. 6 days you will you labor, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of Yahweh your Elohim, and you shall do no manner of work in it, you and your sons, and your menservants, and your maidservants, and all your cattle, and travelers also who lodge with you. The man that does any work on it shall die. Whoever desecrates that day, whoever has sex with his wife, whoever says he will do something on it, or he that will set out on a journey on it in regard to any buying or selling, or whoever draws water on it, which he had not prepared for himself on the 6th day, and whoever takes up any burden to carry it out of his tent or out of his house shall die. You shall do no work whatsoever on the Sabbath day, except what you have prepared for yourself on the 6th day. The day of preparation is the 6th day. We prepare everything that we're going to need for the Sabbath, so you're not doing any work. So as to eat and drink and rest, keep Sabbath free from all work on that day. It is to be blessed, the Elohim, your Elohim, who has given you a day of festival and a holy day, and a day of the holy kingdom. This is a day for Israel among all their days forever. Great is the honor which the Elohim has given to Israel, that they should eat, drink, and be satisfied on this festival day. Rest on it from all labor, which belongs to the labor of the children of men, except burning frankincense and burning offerings and sacrifices before the Elohim for days and for Sabbaths. Only this work shall be done on the Sabbath days, in the sanctuary of the Elohim, your Elohim, so that they may atone for Israel with sacrifice continually from day to day for a memorial pleasing before the Elohim, so that he may always receive them from day to day, according to what you have been commanded. Every man who does any work on it, or takes a trip, or tills his farm, whether in his house or any other place, or whoever lights a fire, or rides a beast, or travels by ship on the sea, shall die. And whoever strikes or kills anything, or slaughters a beast or a bird, or whoever catches an animal, or a bird or a fish, or whoever fasts, or makes war on the Sabbath, the man who does any of these things on the Sabbath shall die. This is done so that the children of Israel will observe the Sabbaths according to the commandments regarding the Sabbaths of the land. It is written in the tablets, which he gave into my hands, that I should write out for you the laws of the seasons, and the seasons according to the division of their days. This completes the account of the division of the days, and completes Jubilees. Well, gang, what do you think? We finished it. How about some input? What does everybody think? Let me know. Put it down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think of this study. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What do you think? I think that it was an excellent study myself. I enjoy it. I like it a lot. And I like reading it for you. And I pray that you are reading it along with me. And that way you get a good idea of what's going on here. I know there's some things in there, because it is of the Pharisees, that it was rewritten off of the scrolls by the Pharisees. Some things are a little different, but it follows right alongside the Bible. It sure does. And there's a couple places that you got to get your crayons out to color in the pictures and stuff from what we got out of the Bible. And get a drink of coffee. But all in all, I think it was a great study. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Okay, gang. Well, that's it for the Book of Jubilees. Our next extra-canonical study will be the Book of Yasher. And we'll be starting that very soon. Probably Monday. Okay? Alright. Well, y'all have a great night, and Yah bless every one of you. And we'll see you on the Sabbath. Y'all have a good night. Shalom.